Have you ever been in a situation where you were faced with enemies who always tried to annoy and cause trouble for you, without knowing how to deal with them wisely and effectively? Imagine that one day you come to work and realize that there is a co-worker who always tries to annoy you. Or do you have a neighbor who is constantly causing trouble? Don't worry, Morgan has the answer for you. Join Morgan on a journey to discover 6 Stoic ways you can defeat your enemies without having to directly confront them. Are you curious what those 6 ways are? Do you want to know how to turn annoying enemies into people who can do nothing but respect and admire you? Morgan assures that these strategies will not only help you deal with your enemies, but also provide valuable lessons that will make your life happier and more successful. Each method will help you not only deal with your enemies, but also make your life better. Surely you are very curious to know how to turn enemies into allies, right? Or how to make success the best answer to all hostility. Watch until the end of the video. Morgan believes that what you learn today will change the way you view and handle conflicts in life. These shares will inspire and help you change your life in a positive direction. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts and stories below in the comments section. Morgan looks forward to hearing from you, and that together we will create a happy and successful community. And, as usual, I have a small challenge for you. Watch the video until the end if you are really serious about staying calm in all situations and developing yourself. Please leave a like video, subscribe to join our amazing community, and leave a comment saying, "I rise above challenges." This will be our mantra as we explore each point together, reinforcing our commitment to handling difficult situations with grace and strength. Leave a comment, as this lets YouTube know that more people need to hear this message. Ready for a change? Number 1. Control your attention. We all know that, in this modern life, there are too many distracting factors. But did you know that controlling your attention not only helps you be more successful, but also helps you build a stronger and happier relationship? Surely you have heard about famous people like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates, people who have achieved great success not only thanks to their talent, but also the ability to concentrate. But how did they do it? It's all about controlling your attention. They clearly know what is most important and put all their heart and soul into it, not letting side factors distract them. Morgan knows that in a relationship, especially with a man, your attention can be challenged by many factors: work, friends, social media, and personal hobbies. But it is this attention control that will be the key to helping you build a trusting and lasting relationship. There is a famous quote from Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers. "We cannot control what happens outside. We can only control how we react to them." This is certainly true in attention control. When you can control what you pay attention to, you won't be influenced by external factors and can focus on what's really important. Think about a situation when you're chatting with your lover or wife. If you always look at your phone and don't listen to her, she will feel disrespected and unloved. But if you put down the phone, look her in the eyes and really listen, she will feel your care and love. This will not only make your relationship stronger, but also help you understand her better and solve any problems effectively. Morgan encourages you to take time every day to practice your ability to control your attention. Try setting aside time to not use your phone and focus on work and loved ones. You will find that your life becomes much lighter and happier. Ask yourself, what is most important in my life, and how can I best pay attention to those things? Morgan believes that when you can answer these questions honestly, you will find true peace and happiness. Finally, Morgan wants to hear your opinions on this topic. Have you ever had difficulty controlling your attention? What did you do to improve that? Please share your story. Morgan looks forward to hearing your thoughts and experiences. Did you know that sometimes what we don't say has greater power than what we say? Controlling our attention helps us focus on what's really important. But sometimes, silence is the most subtle way to show attention. Imagine you are in a tense argument with your lover. When you control your attention, you know which words hurt and which do no good. Instead, you choose to be quiet, listen, and think carefully before responding. Silence is not weakness, but wisdom, a way for you to show respect and be willing to listen and understand the problem before offering a solution. Let's move on to the second topic with Morgan and discover the power of silence. Number 2. Use silence strategically. Have you ever wondered how famous tennis players like Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal are able to stay calm and control their emotions on a stressful court? Sometimes, victory comes not from powerful shots or excellent technique, but from the ability to stay quiet and focused in the most important moments. Today, Morgan will share with you an extremely important strategy in Stoicism: using silence strategically to destroy enemies without having to fight directly. Silence sounds simple, but it holds great power. Imagine you are in a tense argument. Instead of responding immediately, you choose to stay silent. That silence not only helps you control your emotions, but also creates space to think more clearly. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Silence is one of the great lessons of life." Morgan remembers one time Federer was leading in an important match, but then encountered a series of unsuccessful shots. Instead of reacting immediately, he stopped, remained silent, and adjusted his mind. As a result, Federer came back strong and won. Silence not only helps him regenerate energy, but also demoralizes his opponents. In daily life, we often get caught up in debates and conflicts, and sometimes words can hurt others and ourselves. But when you know how to use silence strategically, you will see that silence is not weakness, but strength. It gives you time to think, to reassess the situation, and come up with the most reasonable response. Morgan encourages you to try applying strategic silence in your personal, work, and life relationships. When you encounter a stressful situation, try being quiet for a moment. You will find that silence can soothe negative emotions and open up new ways of dealing. Another good example is from the life of Marcus Aurelius. He faced many difficulties and conflicts in his life, but always remained calm and used silence to reflect and find the best solution. If something is not within your control, be quiet and don't let it distract you, he once said. Silence helps him maintain serenity and clarity of mind in the most difficult moments. Morgan wants to ask you, Have you ever used silence to resolve a stressful situation? How do you feel after doing that? Please share your story in the comments section below. Morgan looks forward to hearing your thoughts and experiences. Finally, Morgan wants to send you a message. Silence is not giving up, but a way for you to regain control and find the best path. Try applying this strategy in your life and feel the positive change. Imagine you are in a heated argument. Instead of continuing to respond, you choose to stay silent, listen, and observe. Then, when the dust settles, you can look back at the whole thing with a cool head and learn from the mistakes and misunderstandings that happened. This is the next step that Morgan wants to share with you. After you discovered the power of strategic silence, did you realize that silence not only helps us take control of situations, but also opens up opportunities for reflection and learning? It is from those moments of silence that we can transform conflicts into valuable lessons. And when we approach conflict with a learning mindset, we not only solve the problem, but also grow and develop. Join Morgan to discover how to turn difficult conflicts into meaningful lessons from which we become stronger and wiser. Number 3. Turn conflicts into lessons. How can talented captains navigate their ships through the harshest storms? What helps them not only survive, but also learn and become stronger after each storm? The secret is that they know how to turn conflicts and difficulties into valuable lessons. Life is a journey with countless challenges and conflicts. But did you know that these conflicts are opportunities for us to learn and grow? Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "We should accept each adversity as a lesson, each failure as a step toward success." When we view conflicts this way, we no longer see them as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Imagine you are facing a conflict situation at work. A co-worker may have said something untrue about you, making you feel angry and want to respond immediately. But instead of reacting impulsively, stop. Use the strategic silence we discussed earlier and reflect. Ask yourself, what is really going on here? What can I learn from this situation? Morgan has encountered a similar situation and understands that every conflict brings a lesson. Maybe the lesson is about communicating more effectively, about patience, or even about better understanding yourself and others. When we look at conflict from this perspective, we will see that every difficulty is an opportunity for self-improvement. Another example that Morgan wants to share is the story of a sea captain. During a sea voyage, he faced a terrible storm. Instead of panicking, he used all the experience and knowledge he had learned from previous storms to control the ship. After overcoming the storm, he not only saved the ship, but also learned many new things, helping him become more confident and stronger in his next voyages. Morgan wanted to echo a quote from Seneca, another Stoic philosopher. "Difficulties do not break us, they only test and train us." Every conflict, every difficulty in life is a valuable lesson. When we change our perspectives and accept them with a learning mindset, we will become stronger and wiser. So how can we apply this principle in everyday life? Morgan encourages you to start by changing the way you view conflict. Instead of seeing them as negative things, see them as opportunities to learn. Try keeping a diary, recording conflict situations and what you learned from them. Over time, you will find that these lessons not only help you overcome conflicts, but also help you grow and develop as a whole. What conflicts have you faced in your life, and what have you learned from them? Please share your story in the comments section below. Morgan believes that every story holds valuable lessons for all of us. As we learn together how to turn conflict into valuable lessons, Morgan hopes that you have realized that every difficulty brings an opportunity to grow and learn. But you know, there's one more step for us to go further on the Stoic path of turning enemies into allies. When we view conflicts as lessons, we also open the door to understanding and empathy with others. It is from this understanding that we can transform tense relationships into cooperative ones. Join Morgan to discover how to turn seemingly irreconcilable enemies into trustworthy companions in our lives. Number 4. Turn enemies into allies. Do you know how ancient generals like Alexander the Great or Julius Caesar were able to expand their empires without always relying on war? The secret lies in the ability to turn enemies into allies. We all know that in life, no one can avoid encountering people who don't like them, even enemies. But imagine if we could turn those people into friends and allies. How much lighter and happier life would become. This not only helps reduce stress, but also opens up many opportunities for cooperation and development. The famous Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best way to get revenge is to be unlike them." When you treat your enemies with respect and tolerance, you not only surprise them, but also make them rethink how they treat you. This change in perspective can be the first step in turning enemies into allies. Morgan remembers one time, "I was faced with an opponent who was always trying to make things difficult for me. Instead of responding negatively, Morgan decided to find out why they were behaving that way. Over time, I discovered that my competitors were feeling unrecognized and worried about their position in the market. Morgan began to change the way they communicated, respected and recognized their contributions. As a result, not only did the tension between us disappear, but we also became supportive partners. When you turn your enemies into allies, you not only make your life easier, but you also create a more positive and harmonious environment. Just think, if we can reconcile and cooperate with those we previously considered enemies, how many more friends and resources we will have to move forward together. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "No one can harm you unless you let them." When you turn enemies into allies, you not only protect yourself from hostility, but also build a strong support network. Morgan wants to encourage you to try rethinking the stressful relationships in your life. Is there someone you can reconcile with and turn into an ally? Start by listening and understanding them better. Try to find common ground and build a relationship based on respect and cooperation. You will find that this not only makes your life more pleasant, but also brings many new opportunities. Morgan wants to ask you, have you ever succeeded in turning an enemy into an ally? How did you do it? Please share your story in the comments section below. Morgan is looking forward to hearing valuable experiences from you. Once you have mastered how to turn enemies into allies, do you realize that building positive and harmonious relationships creates great strength? But our journey doesn't stop there. Once you have succeeded in reconciliation and cooperation, the next step is to become a good example for everyone around you. Imagine when you live and act with integrity, patience, and love, you not only inspire new allies, but also positively influence all those around you. Join Morgan to discover how to become a role model so we can spread good values and build a happier and stronger community. Number 5. Be a role model. According to a Harvard University study, people who have a positive role model in their lives are 33% more likely to achieve success than those who do not. This proves the importance of being a good example, not only for yourself, but also for those around you. Morgan wants to share with you how to be a role model, someone who leads through your own actions and ethics, according to the Stoic philosophy. Have you ever admired great figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., or Nelson Mandela? These people not only change the world with their words, but with their actions. They live and act according to noble values, becoming a source of inspiration and a shining example for millions of people. When we talk about destroying enemies without fighting, being a good example is one of the most powerful ways. Let's start with simple things. You don't have to be a great leader or a famous person to do this. Morgan believes that each of us has the ability to be a role model in our daily lives. This starts with being true to yourself and acting according to the values you believe in. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Never stop doing what is right." When you live true to your values, you not only feel satisfied and happy, but also spread positive energy to everyone around you. Your enemies, when they see you living a meaningful and positive life, will likely change their view of you and may even learn from you. Morgan remembers one time, "I met an old friend at a class reunion. This friend has had misunderstandings and conflicts with me since my student days. Instead of avoiding or confronting, I choose to live true to my values: honesty, patience, and respect." After a while, that friend came to me and said that he had learned a lot from the way I lived and acted. We reconciled and became good friends. When you become a role model, you not only improve your relationship with your enemies, but also create a positive impact on the surrounding community. Ask yourself, am I living the values I believe in? Am I acting in a way that I want others to emulate? Morgan believes that when you answer these questions honestly, you will find a way to become a respected role model. Try to think about the values you want to convey. It could be honesty, compassion, patience, or respect. Starting with small daily actions, you will see that being a role model not only helps you improve yourself, but also brings happiness and satisfaction in life. Have you ever had someone as a role model in your life? How have they influenced you? Please share your story. Morgan is looking forward to hearing your valuable thoughts and experiences. Understanding the importance of being a good role model. Do you find that the positive values you spread help improve your relationships and your life? But we don't stop there. When you live and act like a role model, success will come naturally to you. And it is that success that is the best answer to all challenges and hostility. Let's join Morgan in the final topic to turn difficulties into motivation. Achieve great achievements. And from there, affirm your own value in the strongest way. Number 6. Success is the best revenge. Fashion billionaires like Ralph Lauren or Giorgio Armani, despite facing many challenges and fierce competition, still rise to the pinnacle of success. The answer lies in the fact that they turn difficulties, competition, and even jealousy into motivation to achieve outstanding success. In life, we will certainly encounter people who do not like us, even enemies. They may try to fail you or devalue you, but remember, there is nothing more convincing and powerful than proving them wrong with your own success. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, once said, "There is nothing more noble than being excellent and successful." When you achieve success, you not only answer all doubts, but also affirm your value in the strongest way. Morgan recalls the story of fashion billionaire Giorgio Armani. He started his career with a lot of difficulties and competition in the fashion industry. Many people did not believe in his abilities and even tried to fail him in every way. Instead of reacting negatively, Armani chose to focus on work, self-development, and continuous learning. As a result, he not only overcame all challenges, but also built a world-leading fashion empire. His success is not only the strongest answer to haters, but also an inspiration to everyone around him. Ask yourself, what would make me feel most fulfilled and happy? And how can I achieve that? When you identify a goal and work hard to achieve it, you will find that your enemies, those who once doubted you, will reconsider and even admire you. Success is not just about money or status, but also about living a life full of meaning and value. Focus on personal development, doing things you are passionate about, and living true to your values. When you do that, success will come naturally, and you will become living proof of the saying, "Success is the best answer." Morgan encourages you to start with small steps. Set specific goals and persistently pursue them. Look for opportunities to learn and grow, and don't let criticism or jealousy discourage you. Every small success you achieve will be a brick to build a bigger, stronger wall of success. How have you turned difficulties into motivation to achieve success? Do you have any stories or experiences you want to share? Please comment below so Morgan and everyone can learn and inspire each other. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos. Come to this moment. Morgan wants to say thank you for taking your valuable time to listen and accompany Morgan on his journey to discover 6 Stoic ways to destroy your enemies without having to fight. Morgan hopes that today's lessons will help you see life from a new, more positive and stronger perspective. Morgan is very grateful for the support and love you have given to Morgan's channel. You are the source of motivation for Morgan to continue sharing valuable lessons and inspiring positive living with everyone. If you have any stories or experiences to share, please comment below. Morgan looks forward to hearing your thoughts and feelings. And if you've completed the challenge in this video, please help Morgan hit the like button. Comment "Finish Challenge" so YouTube will rate this video useful and motivate others to complete the same challenge as you. If you want, you can share with your friends and subscribe to Stoic Kingdom channel so you don't miss the next videos. In addition, you can watch other videos displayed at the end of this video. Thank you very much. Morgan wishes you a wonderful day and always live happily.